how to build an American flag-themed Pinewood Derby car. Now, this particular video really just details how to make the flag design, but we do incorporate these features into the car for speed. But if you're really just looking to build a fast car, there are 100 videos on the internet that will show you, all of those techniques. The first step that we did was just to extend the wheelbase a little bit and cut new grooves for the axles. Only do this if your local pack rules allow you to change the wheelbase. Now, I don't have a wood cutting bandsaw. I have a steel cutting bandsaw, so it doesn't cut quite as easy, and you can't do the curves as nicely. But I did remove a good hunk of material with the steel cutting bandsaw. I then created the curve with a belt sander. Now, if you had a wood cutting bandsaw, you could probably cut that entire design right on the bandsaw. If you don't, you could accomplish the same thing with a angle grinder and a flap sanding wheel, holding the block in a vise, whatever works. This is the tool, or these are the tools that I had. So all I'm doing is I just grinding or sanding that top surface down to the design outlines that we made on the side of the block. For the bottom of the car, I'm not going to sand the entire surface. I'm just going to chamfer it. So it's just going to chamfer on an angle, just to give the illusion that the car is thin, whereas it's really not. It really is, almost full thickness towards the middle. Now, after this sanding, I did polish it or sand it with an oscillating sander with an 80 grit, then a 120, and then I gave it a base coat of white paint. I let that dry. I have a vinyl cutting machine, a Silhouette Cameo, but a lot of people have different brands, Crickets, and if you know anybody that has a vinyl cutting machine, they can cut out the stars and stripes on self-adhesive vinyl. I used a transfer film, which is really just clear contact paper, which is nice because now you can just position that. You can see through it and position it exactly where you want it on the block. Now, my original plan was to mask everything with the vinyl and then spray paint over it. So everything that was masked would remain that background white, including the stars. But as I was applying this, I figured, the vinyl stars themselves were going to be a little bit more crisp. So I just used a little razor knife and I cut those out, and I'm going to save those for later. You'll see. So the end result is we're not going to have painted stars. We're going to actually have vinyl stars. Those will be encapsulated under a very high gloss clear resin, so they'll never come off. If I had thought of it earlier, I would have cut them out with a scissor before I tried to apply the stripes. So I'll just set those aside. I'm going to peel off the transfer film, and that's going to leave the stripes. So whatever is covered in vinyl is going to end up being the white stripes. I masked it off a little bit more with painter's tape, and then I'm going to spray red on the exposed areas. And then after this dries, when I finally remove that vinyl stripes, you'll have the red and white stripes. Now I'm going to work on the union, which is the blue area underneath the stars. It's going to remove the original painter's tape. I'm going to put a nice crisp line, and I'm going to protect the areas that are painted red. I'm going to protect the striped areas. So the only area now that's exposed is the blue union. And this I'm going to spray paint a dark blue. I'm going to let that dry, and once that's dry, I can remove the painter's tape. And I can also remove the vinyl stripes. And when working with porous wood like this is pine, you may end up with a little bit of bleed through, so you may have to touch it up a little bit with a small artist brush. So basically we have the red and white stripes and the dark blue Union background. That's now ready for the vinyl stars. Just going to apply these with a little bit of pressure. Peel off that transfer film, being careful not to lift any of the stars. And now I'm going to protect everything and create a really high gloss finish using a 2-part epoxy from TotalBoat.com. This is called their Maker Epoxy. You mix 2 parts equally for about 5 minutes. I poured and then painted it on the surface. A nice thick coating. Then I used a little butane torch just to heat up that resin. That allows any bubbles that are trapped in the mix to kind of rise to the surface and dissipate, and it really generates a really high gloss finish. Now before we assemble the wheels, on the right is the original axle, on the left is the polished version of the same axle. There's videos on the internet you can watch on how to polish the axles, but it's important. And you should also use a graphite dry lubricant, basically inside the wheels and on the axles before you assemble it. The other principles of speed are we're going to try to get this thing to ride on 3 wheels. So the front left wheel is actually going to be in a higher groove so that it does not actually run on the track. The car is going to run on 3 wheels. Again, watch the speed related videos on the internet. You see how that front left tire is not going to touch the ground? It looks weird, but that's what you want. For the back axles, you can actually bend them about 2 degrees is what's recommended. They make a bending tool for these axles, or you can buy pre-bent axles on the internet. And those allow you to have the back tires kicked out a little bit on the bottom. So the bottom of the tire is angled out a little further away from the car than the top of the tire. It's also very important to maximize the weight. These cars can be up to 5 ounces. You can use a variety of different weights. I'm not showing you how I drilled it out, but I drilled out the bottom and I inserted some of these weights that I purchased down at the local hobby store. I also incorporated some shot weight and kind of encapsulated it all in a Bondo. So right now it's 4.6 ounces. I'm going to try to increase that a little bit before race day and try to get it up to at least 4.8. But anyway, this is the finished product, a waving flagged, American flag themed Pinewood Derby car. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please check us out on DIYEasyCrafts.com.